Jeff Wittek has spoken out a lot recently in regards to David Dobrik. He even recently sat down with Trisha Paytas to discuss David and his lawsuit, but this actually caused him to want to take a step back from creating content. After sitting down with Trisha Paytas for her podcast and his own, he shared in his comment section saying, "Thank you all for watching and supporting. This will be the last episode. Sorry for the abrupt ending. I just can't keep on my poker face anymore. I've been struggling and I don't think it's smart to share so much on the internet anymore. I'm going to focus on spending some family time and focus on trying to make things I'm proud to create. Also, I should stop talking so publicly until I get my health and lawsuit taken care of. This isn't online drama, it's my life, and I'm clearly struggling at the moment. I'll see y'all when I see you." He noted he would still be posting things for brand deals that he has, but for the most part would not be posting. He put on his story, "When I said I'm taking a few months off from the pod/social media, that doesn't mean I'm going completely ghost. I still have obligations. Some to brands, but mostly to you guys that have supported me, so I'll be in once in a while, but thank you all for the nice messages and understanding." Prior to sitting down with Trisha recently, there was a situation between Jeff and comedian, actor, and podcaster Andrew Schulz. During a flagrant Patreon video, Andrew sat down and decided to roast Jeff and talk about how he should stop talking about his accident.
He's still crying about that, dude? Why is that guy still crying about that? I got hit by a crane and I'm blind now. It's like, get over it. But seriously, why is he still whining about that? What's the deal?
I guess he like went blind or almost blind from it.
But now he's not blind, right?
I'm not sure. I think he has to keep going through more surgeries, but I don't know the stats.
So David Dobrik knocked him with a crane or something?
I guess. I don't know.
Spun him around on a crane.
But he agreed to do it?
Yeah, but he didn't know how fast it was going to go.
You were just his dumbest friend that he selected to do it. He's not asking the smart friend. He's asking the f***ing idiot who's willing to get hit in the head by the crane.
Jesus Christ.
Right? Maybe that's why he's upset. Yeah. Like when he woke up, he realized, oh, I was the only one enough to do this trick. And then we still got to hear him cry about it. Right?
The whole thing gets even worse when you learn that one of the guys there, Mark, actually sat down with Jeff for a podcast episode last year. So for him to not have Jeff's back in this was really frustrating for people to see. Jeff had even said in that episode with Mark that he looked up to Andrew and really admired what him and the guys had been doing with their show.
He's crushing it right now.
Right,
like he just blew up so much over the past few years, and he just looks like so happy. Going to see you guys live, and you all like crushed it, and I feel like you guys are really doing something that's real. It's huge, and you guys found your rhythm. Like it's just.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, thank you for saying that.
You have a great crew.
But now that this was being said, Jeff had some new words for Andrew as he went on George Janko's podcast and talked about this whole thing.
This past week, Andrew Schulz started yapping, saying, "Oh, when the f*** is Jeff Wittek gonna shut the f*** up about it? You dumb, f***ing arrogant, egotistical motherfucker! I will knock you out cold in front of all your friends on the couch. Those
allegedly.
punks."
I mean, listen,
No,
this
not
is
allegedly.
active.
The only thing that pisses me off is those dumbass comments, and to see it from a peer, somebody I thought was my friend, like actually yapping and saying real disrespectful fighting words, then, you know, I haven't had that. I haven't had a beef online.
Yeah.
So to have him do that and hide it behind a paywall on Patreon,
Yeah.
and then of course my supporters, they'll find it and send it to me. So I was pissed when I saw it. I would love to see him at like a UFC event and just slap the shit out of him.
Jeff later ended up talking more about this when he sat down with Trisha for an episode of Jeff FM. He went to her house to film and wanted to get into what has been said about him recently. He was really hurt by this since he met Andrew, he's gone to his live shows before, and said that he texted Andrew and the other guys about this whole thing. Him and Trisha sat there and reacted to what was said, and he specifically brought up how he was hurt seeing Mark not defend him as much after doing his podcast.
I'm gonna make you cry, you unfunny.
Ew. Yeah, why?
This is his demise. This is the start of it.
It might be.
There's this guy, and then the fact that he has the balls to be a barber still. No pat shot is going to touch my hair. Look at my haircut.
This is so David Dobrik quoted without the laughing and his friends laugh. It's like, don't laugh at your own jokes.
Laughing.
Yeah.
His fake laugh.
I guess he like went blind or almost blind from it.
But now he's not blind, right?
He's defending you.
I'm not sure. I
Saying
guess he's
blind.
going through more surgeries.
I did his podcast
So
for
David
4 hours,
Dobrik
that kid Mark.
knocked
I
him
wish
with
he
a crane
defended
or
me a little
something?
more.
Really?
I thought we were boys.
Fans who have seen Jeff speak out on his own podcast as well as Trisha's have encouraged him to continue to talk about what happened, to not let this get to him. As people said, this was such a traumatic event and people should be aware and hold David accountable for his actions. People commented on the episode saying, "Jeff, please never stop talking about your eye. David is a sociopath. People that shame Jeff for speaking out about his experience are part of the problem. The accident will affect him for the rest of his life. It's perfectly normal for him to talk about, and he should be voicing everything he's had to go through since. Jeff's story is so effing important, and that is such an understatement. What happened was absolutely horrifying, and I'm so glad he's pursuing legal action. I hope the truth continues to come to light when it's time, and that dreams keep coming true for those who were honest and kept their hearts." The last time Jeff really opened up about where his lawsuit was standing, he did say on Twitter that his lawyers were telling him to share a little less information with the public regarding the case, which, when talking about his lawyers, Jeff had said before that his lawyers were working pro bono, but it's really the case where they would get paid in the end if Jeff were to win the lawsuit. And in talking about this, he did say that there was a chance that they could drop him if the case keeps getting pushed and it gets to be too expensive for them.
Pushing it. They're not trying to get it dismissed. They're just pushing it, so they're hoping you run out of
No,
money.
they're trying to get it dismissed. They want it thrown out. They're like, this is stupid. Like, we
But you're
don't
gonna.
owe him anything. He's fine.
That's wild. And you're gonna keep going.
Hell yeah.
Good.
I'll fight to the death.
Okay. And you still have pro bono lawyers.
It's not pro bono. I said pro bono just because I don't know lawyer terms, but it's like they'll do the case because they believe in it so much that they're gonna win. So they will take their fee when it's done and it's all said and done. But it's a massive fee and it's a lot of money that it costs. But even my lawyers are getting frustrated because they have to spend a lot of money to go back and forth. So I could get a call from my lawyers and be like, "Hey, this is costing us too much money," and we don't know. Like, they got a really good lawyer, so we might have to drop you. You know, like, who knows? I don't think that'll it might. You never know.
Hopefully that doesn't happen and things play out accordingly and Jeff gets everything he deserves in this situation. But fans are worried with how much that he has shared. Though they do believe that he should be speaking out about everything he's been through, they do think that certain details should come out after everything has been settled, which Jeff did joke with Trisha when he was talking about Natalie specifically and her forging his signature on some documents at the hospital the day of the accident, that it was maybe something he shouldn't be saying.
When that comes up and it's a paper that is in Natalie's girly bubble handwriting, it's definitely
What's it
I
say?
write like chicken scratch.
Yeah.
So you know my signature. It looks terrible.
Oh, she forged your signature.
Yeah.
Actually.
And said that I was driving the crane. David had nothing to do with it.
I mean, that's like a serious crime to forge someone's signature.
I can't wait for trial.
I mean, that's actually wild. Have you talked about that?
Just with you right now.
Holy sh! That's wild. That's wild.
We're spilling the tea.
I mean,
I might be f***ing up my lunch.
but no.
But truly, it's just so insane to hear. He's talked about it once before, but to know that this was something that he's saying happened, that they tried to cover the accident like this. I mean, I still don't know how they thought that that was going to make any sense at all. But he even revealed some other things about Natalie that really just don't make her look good at all.
She used to say things to me, like, she was so cold to me. She would be like, "Why do you need another surgery? Your eye looks fine." Like,
Oh my God.
Yo, you.
She's evil.
And she also said that I got on the crane to impress her because I had a crush on her. I'm like, yo, you people are delusional.
Jeff does throw some digs at David in the episode, bringing up how he would have sex and leave his clothes on. And Trisha did ask him why, when he calls out David, he says that he's gay. And Trisha was like, maybe we just like don't use that line going forward as like an insult, which he did agree to stop using.
You said you were manic on. How come you bring up like David being gay if you don't mean it in like a bad way?
Just because I like to fuck with him. You know, when I'm pissed off and I'm hurt, I want to hurt other people that hurt me.
Okay. There
So-
might be other insults that might be better than gay.
Well, I say a lot. I mean,
Okay.
I do it all.
Okay.
I talk about his hairline. I talk about his
Move on.
personality. You know.
Pussy. Hairlines are better. Hairlines is a better thing maybe to attack.
Okay, I'll stop calling him
sexual.
gay.
But something Trisha did want to talk about is how all these guys seem to get away with doing things, continuing to get sponsorships and such. Meanwhile, when she was canceled, it was literally the end of that for her, at least until right now.
It's crazy. Like, I didn't get sponsors for years because I like made a video like 5 years ago that I thought I was transgender because I'm non-binary, so I didn't know my gender, and I got canceled for the rest of my life. David almost kills you. Cody Co is like sleeping with underage people, and it's just like absolutely crazy that they just get sponsors and like, why is that?
I do think that to the majority of the public, David has been canceled and that there isn't very many people that are still talking about him anymore in a positive light. Though he does get some deals here and there and some creators do still hang out with him, he just isn't nearly as big as he once was, and he's not even doing a fraction of what he used to be in terms of big opportunities and deals. Those who are working with him, honestly, they must just only be looking at the numbers that roll in at the end of the day and not really thinking about what kind of person he is, because one Google search will tell you, but that also just says a lot about the companies that are working with him right now. It's all been extremely frustrating to see, especially for Jeff, and fans have just been sending him their support since he's decided to take this step back from everything with all that is going on. So we'll see what happens in the next coming months, if there's any new updates on this lawsuit or if David and his team continue to push things back and make it harder for Jeff. But as of right now, that is what has been said. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.